Hi everyone, welcome back to Dolly Corner. Sorry it's been a while, but I have been away on holiday. So yes, no videos were going to be made while I was away. But I am back now with things to show you and things to tell you. And a cup of tea because I've just come back from town, so I'm very thirsty, excuse me. Right, so my holiday. For the last week of the school holidays here, we went down to Cornwall, where we stayed in a cottage, a National Trust cottage, which was very lovely. We stayed just outside a little village called Polruan, which is across the estuary from Foy, if anyone is familiar. So Foy is a harbour town, and then across the estuary there's the little village of Polruan. Anyway, so we stayed in this cottage and we had a lovely time, except that I did nearly fall off a cliff, which is a slight exaggeration, but nonetheless, I did fall on a cliff. And I don't know why I'm laughing, because I actually hurt myself quite badly. There's still a little bit of evidence of where my chin hit the path. The rest of the damage was, not on my face. So what happened was, we decided one day, no, my husband decided, I'm blaming him for this. My husband decided one day that we would go for a walk, because the cottage where we were staying was a couple of miles up the road from Polruan, and we wanted to go to Polruan and then catch the passenger ferry across the estuary into Foy, which is a bigger town with more things to see. And he thought it'd be a nice idea to walk into Polruan rather than drive. But of course, we don't want to walk down a country lane, because there's a coastal path. He said there's a coastal path we can get on, which will take us right into Polruan, and yes, that'll be nice. Okay. So this walk apparently was easy. When you stay in National Trust cottages, there's always a folder of information and things and on walks you can do, and this walk was on there and it said easy. Well, lying. Anyway, we started off on this walk. I didn't have my walking boots with me, hadn't taken them, so I was in trainers, which I suppose was better, the next best thing. And my girls were in trainers. My husband's got his walking boots, of course, and off we go, and it all starts off quite nice, and then we get into a field, and then we can see where the coastal path is, and I kid you not, we stood at the top of this hill and we could see the coastal path in the distance running along the bottom and around the corner, and to get to that bit there was a path in front of us that was like that. Anyway, that's not where I fell. So I looked at my husband and I said, well, that's not happening, is it? I mean, I wasn't even thinking about me. I was thinking about, our two daughters tumbling to their doom. Anyway, luckily, we're not the only people who clearly thought this way, because there's another path that gone sort of diagonally across and down on a slightly less of a steep slope that other people had obviously forged across the field. So we went down that path, and it was okay, but you're going downhill, and the field itself was like this. So you're walking like this. Still, that's not where I fell. We get down to the end of that bit, climb over a gate and all this business. And it was a classic. We were walking along this path. We'd met up with the proper path again, and it was reasonable, but my girls were scampering ahead like a couple of mountain goats, and my husband and I were sort of calling after them, don't go too far ahead, because we don't know this path and we don't know what's around the corner, and it's not one that you can see. You really, can't see what's ahead. So we've just had this, discussion with them about stay where we can see you. We get onto a reasonable bit that's just going up a incline, because it's all gravel, and that was my downfall, because one minute I'm walking along this path and the next minute I'm flat on my face. Oh my god. And apart from landing on my chin, of course I landed on my hands. heavily on my right hand, and I couldn't get up. I had a rucksack on my back, but not a heavy one, because as you know, I have a back problem and a hand problem, so I don't carry heavy things. So my husband's got all the heavy things in his rucksack, and I've got a rucksack which I thought, well, that's just light. I've got a few coats in there, you know, and hats and stuff. I kid you not, I was like a beached turtle on the ground. I couldn't stand up. I'd hit my hands and my arms so hard. Oh God, I was lucky I didn't break my wrists. Those of you out there who are nurses like me will know exactly what I mean. I thought, Collie's fracture. But I didn't. Oh, and of course, being British, my main concern was, oh my God, did anyone see? I'm so embarrassed. Like, is there anyone else on the path? No, good, right. Oh, flipping heck. Anyway, my husband came and like got me up, stood me up, because I couldn't stand up because I'm so pathetic. And I was covered in gravel and things. It all had to be brushed off. My chin was all... Anyway, of course, we were halfway through this walk. So I had no choice. Nowhere near a road, no. I had no choice but to keep going. I had to keep going. And I think that was probably the best thing, actually, because I had to keep going, had to keep walking. I don't think my body couldn't stiffen up. So it probably did me quite a lot of good. But the next day, I tell you, the pain up here, I thought I'd broken my collarbone, actually. When I woke up the next day, I thought I've snapped my collarbone, because it was just... But I hadn't. I just obviously landed really heavily on my right hand and right arm. So there we are. So that was fun. So good thing was I didn't have to carry anything for the rest of the holiday. So I can't carry anything. So I just strolled around. But yeah, so that was that. But there we go. I like to liven things up for everybody. So we got back on Monday, and the girls went back to school yesterday, Tuesday. And yeah, so I've been doing washing and things. You know what it's like when you get back from a holiday, sorting everything out, doing some washing. But I thought I've got the house to myself today. I must make a video and say hi to everyone. So pause for more tea. Okay. So, sorry, itchy ear. I didn't get a chance to watch hardly any. I did take my computer on holiday with me, and there was Wi-Fi. Yes, down in the depths of Cornwall, there was Wi-Fi. So well done, Cornwall, because you don't always get Wi-Fi down in Cornwall. But I was busy, so I didn't really watch any videos, or just use the Wi-Fi for checking opening times of things that we were going to see and stuff. So I have watched a couple of videos since I've got back, but I haven't caught up on everyone, but I will be. Yeah, that's as far as it goes on the YouTube videos. But I have got some news for you, which, yeah, some of it's good, some of it's a bit disappointing. We'll start off with a few things that I've got in before I went away. Most of this was starting with, I went to a dollhouse and miniatures fair in Exeter, which is a city near to where I live, a few weeks back, and I thought it was going to be a really big thing, but it wasn't. And yeah, I was there for an hour or so looking around, and there was lots of lovely things, but I was looking for things for my Blythe dollhouse, and so of course everything was too small. But I did find this lovely mirror for the Blythe dollhouse bathroom. Those of you who've watched my it's quite good, isn't it? You can see my dishwasher. Yes. Those of you who've seen my Blythe dollhouse video, the gold and teal room where I use that handmade wrapping paper as wallpaper, That is what this is for. Sorry, that's a bit distracting, isn't it? What's in it? I'm trying to show you the nice. What's that? Oh goodness. Yes. Oh look. Oh, infinity. That's quite clever. Anyway, I got that. Another thing that I got, which I was quite excited about, which is, you know, a bit sad, but I got this. This is apparently a hook for fishing. Is it carp fishing or bass fishing? It was quite specific. I wanted a hook to pull S-hooks up with. So I went onto eBay and I typed in S-hook puller or something like that. And this is what it came up with. These fishing hooks, and they're all very, I think it was carp. I don't know. Carp fishing hook. Anyway, I couldn't tell the size of it when I ordered, and I thought it was going to be like the size of my hand, and it's not. It's very, very much not. But it's still, it works. Which I will show you. You may have noticed there's someone standing here. I needed to use this to get her S-hook when I put her head on. So that was very useful. That's that. That was £1.95 on eBay. Next, my mother has been to Marks and Spencer's again. Well done, Mum. When I got back from my holiday, I went round to pick up the key, left a key with my mum, and she said, "Oh, I've got some things for you from Marks and Spencer's." She's got 6. Now, I was going to open them on camera, but I thought I wouldn't because I couldn't wait. And it was just as well because I had duplicates. And this morning I have been into town, so I have swapped those duplicates because the lovely people at Marks and Spencer's have got a little box on their customer service desk. So if you've got 2 of anything of these, you can go and swap them. So I did that this morning. So what she's got for me, the latest ones are, okay, this made me laugh. This is a packet of cauliflower popcorn. Yes, that staple of everyone's diet. Cauliflower popcorn. Now, I can only think that this is a way of trying to persuade your children to eat cauliflower. Is it one of those things where you have to disguise vegetables as being something else so that your children will eat them? This is not, you know, an everyday thing here in the UK. As far as I know, I've never heard of it until I got this. I hadn't even seen the full-size packet in Marks and Spencer's, but there we are. Cauliflower popcorn. Who knew? Then we have Percy Pigs. Now, those of you who are in England will probably know about Percy Pigs. Percy Pigs are sweets. Marks and Spencer's made sweets, obviously. You can't get them anywhere else but Marks and Spencer's. And I worked for Marks and Spencer's very briefly about 11 years ago when I was between nursing jobs, because we moved up to the southeast for a couple of years. While I was trying to get a nursing job, I worked in a Marks and Spencer's food hall in Hertford, and I had to do training. Everyone who goes to work for Marks and Spencer has to go and do a training day or 2. I can't remember if it was more than one day, and I had to go into London to do that because I was over in the southeast. And the thing I learnt that day that stuck with me the most is that at that time, I don't know if it's still the case, Marks and Spencer's best-selling item of everything, because they're a department store for those of you who don't know, so they're famous for clothes and underwear and you know everything. But their best-selling item were Percy Pigs. And I thought, really? You know, I always thought everyone liked to go and buy their pants, i.e. knickers, underpants, because we'd say trousers here. You say pants in America, don't you? Anyway, everyone sort of always says about Marks and Spencer's underpants. I thought they'd be their bestseller, but no, apparently it's Percy Pigs. And yeah, when I worked in the store for a very short time, because that's another story, I was amazed at the amount of people that would come in and buy these things. I never knew. Anyway, Percy Pigs. And orange juice. There we go. Nice bottle of orange juice. And then the things that I swapped, because I had duplicates of those today, I went in and got some Peruvian coffee beans. Thought that would be good for Cinderella's cafe. A little packet of Belgian chocolate cookies. And a little loaf of seeded bread for making sandwiches. So there we go. That's the M&S miniatures. And the last thing that I've got, which I got today, I went into a shop called The Works, which is it sells books and art stuff and pens and writing stuff and all sorts of things. It's a great little shop, and you usually go in there and, you know, rummage around for ages. But I popped in quickly and I saw this and I thought, I'm going to get that. They do these little boxes in the Blythe dollhouse. The little chest that is in Cora and Amber's room that I covered with paper was a little chest from The Works, and they all start off like this, not like this shape, but just plain wood, and then I covered it with paper, or you can paint it. And yes, I saw this. It's a little coffin. Now, sadly, it's not very big. I thought, God, wouldn't that be great if it was Blythe size? Because I've got a vampire icy doll, haven't I? And I could have put her in it, but it's too small, so it would just have to be sort of you know, a decoration for the creepy circus. But I'm going to paint it up. Yeah, look, here you go, £1.50. Little creepy coffin. Love it. Okay, before I go on to the new girl, I need to have tea. Sorry, I'm a bit bleh today. Oh. Okay. So, I have this new girl. I'm going to lift her up, and once I shall have to hold on to her then, because it took me ages to get her to stand. This girl has arrived, and she wasn't planned, but unfortunately I have had to say goodbye to my doll zone Antu before she even got here. She never got here. I have sort of briefly gone over the saga of me waiting for it and blah 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 before, but what happened was, before we went away, I've been emailing the supplier lady, and she said, "Oh, it's finally here. We've had a big order come in. So when I've checked everything, I'll be sending it out next week." So I thought, great, because it had been missed. My Antu had been missed with the previous Doll Zone order that had arrived to her. That should have been with. It wasn't in it. Then they told her it was because they were having problems with artists doing the full set dolls, painting their faces, but mine was a blank, so that was irrelevant to me. And I was told, oh yeah, it's definitely made, it'll be sent with the next order. So this is the next order then coming in 9 months, almost 8.5 months after I ordered, and it's finally come in. So I'm thinking that's brilliant. The next week goes by and we get to Thursday, and I'm thinking, well, you know, she said it was coming this week. So I messaged her to say, just checking that my doll's been shipped to me, and, you know, I need to know when it's coming because I need to make sure I'm in, type of thing. And I didn't get a reply. And so I looked on her Facebook page, and I see that on the Tuesday she posted something. Now Facebook annoyed me here as well, because I'd got that notifications thing for her page on C first, so I should have seen all of the notifications. And I've noticed since I realised that doesn't seem to be working very well with Facebook at the minute. So they've not shown me this thing that she put up, which basically said, oh, I'm working through all the orders, I'm sending some out today and some tomorrow, and then I'm going on holiday. So I'm thinking, oh, great. So if that was Tuesday, then today's Thursday. She's on holiday. So I was checking my emails, hadn't had an email or anything. Anyway, so I messaged her. In fact, no, I didn't message her because I'd already messaged her. So I just thought, well, I'm not going to hear anything. Friday evening, she did message me back. And indeed, she said, well, I'm on holiday. And I'm thinking, But that's not the best of it. She then goes on to say, unfortunately, your doll didn't arrive with the order. And I have to find out when I'm back, or when, the week after next. And I just thought, would have been nice. In fact, I did say it would have been nice if you told me. Actually, it's not here. Anyway, I said, okay. I said, but I'm actually getting a bit fed up with this now. And, if they don't tell you for definite when they're going to send this doll once you're back off holiday, then I'm going to ask for my money back. And she said, okay, I understand. The day comes back when she's back from holiday, which was a Wednesday. The following Monday, I messaged her because I hadn't heard anything. So I'd given her several days, nothing at all. So I messaged her and said, what is there any news? What's going on? And basically she said, oh yeah, I've messaged them, but they're not answering. So I said, right, well, I'm losing all patience and faith in Dollzone now, because it's one thing to wait a long time for your doll. It's not that was getting to me. What was getting to me was that I'd been told my doll was ready, and I'd been told that about 2 months before. But they're not sending it. They won't send it until they're sending other dolls, despite the fact that it's their mistake they've not sent it when they should have done. So they should bloody well send it, as far as I'm concerned, to me. No, they're going to make me wait till they send the next order out. Okay. But then they don't send it. So that's what annoyed me. And then the fact that she's asking them what's going on, and they're not even replying. I just thought, right. And I basically said to her, that's it. I wouldn't put up with this if I was making any other transaction. I wouldn't put up with customer service like this, and I'm not going to do it just because it's expected in the doll hobby. So, if they don't send my doll by the end of this week, I want my money back. Anyway, she messaged me back and said, I think I'll send you your money back today. So I think she either thought that there's no way they're going to send it, or else I don't know if she thought that I was bluffing. I don't know. I wasn't bluffing, no. I don't say anything if I'm not prepared to follow it through. So I got my money back, and my little Antu, I've been looking on her site, because I don't know if they'll still send the doll to her and if she'll just sell it as an in-stock doll, or if they will just not send it at all. But if they're going to send it to her for her to put in her stock, it's not appeared yet. So I don't know, I was really quite sad about that, because I don't know, I just thought, I don't like being messed around. I don't mind waiting. I'm not one of these people that won't wait, has to have everything now. Quite the opposite, actually. But I won't put up with people not answering queries or explaining why stuff hasn't been sent. That's just rude, and I'm not going to give my money to companies like that. So there we are. So Dollzone are, now. So in the meantime, I saw this little head come up secondhand on Facebook, and it's a doll in mind, Flown. I don't know how you say it. It's Flowne, Flown head. Never been painted. As you can see, it's got little elf ears, which I love. I was wanting a doll with elf ears. And it's on, I just bought the head, and then I'd already bought the body secondhand as well from Facebook. It's a long sole body. The body is recast, the head is legit. The body's okay, it's very tightly strung, hence the need for this. Oh, it's tightly strung. and she takes a while to stand, which is why I'm not going to put her back. I can't just, she's not one that will just stand. I have to fiddle about with her. So she's very nice. I don't know if I'll keep her on this body. It's fine for now. She's wearing an actual Minifee Fairyland wig. This is Candy, my Chloe's original wig, pink wig. That's why she was called Candy. It's a very long wig, and it's the only wig I have that will fit her head, because her head is slightly bigger than my other MSD dolls. So she's wearing that one at the minute, and I haven't got any eyes for her. So, but I just wanted to show her to you. She hasn't got a name or anything like that. I think when I've painted her face, I'll probably know what her name is. And I'm not necessarily sure if this is her style. I was actually just seeing what clothes would fit her. This top has a skirt with it, and the skirt won't go round. She's obviously bigger than a Minifee when it comes to hips, and the same with the Minifee shorts. They don't do up at the back. It's a good job she's got a long wig. So I think we're going to have to get her a dress, or put her in a long flowy type dress like my other girls are wearing. That might work better, but I haven't got anything like that at the minute, and I'm not spending any money at the minute. Well, you know, not spending any large amounts of money. I need to rein it in a bit. Got too much stuff, too many dolls waiting to be done already. Right, gosh, 27 minutes. Sorry, I have rambled on, haven't I? With my nonsense. I will be aiming to do something to show you next time, something I've actually done. But we'll see how the weather goes, and how life goes. And that's it, really. Keep making your videos, everyone, because I'm going to have a really nice time now catching up on some. I have seen Kim's Monster High doll ones. I think I might have one or two to catch up on there. And I think Amy's put one up earlier today, so I'm going to watch that next. Anyway, take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.